For animal testing, Group 5, Jocelyn Bang, Bernice Martinez Santoyo. Animals in Society, 67, Section 13. What is animal testing? Animal testing refers to procedures performed on living animals for purposes of research into basic biology and diseases, accessing the effectiveness of new medical products, and testing human health and the environmental safety of consumers and industry products.
What kinds of animals are used for animal testing? Invertebrates, which are animals that do not have a backbone, such as insects. Invertebrates are advantageous because there are a few welfare regulations that protect them. Therefore, researchers can avoid having to spend some time on compliance efforts and paperwork. Researchers can also maximize space and reduce costs by using invertebrates. Vertebrates are animals that have a backbone, such as mammals, birds, and reptiles. And these are the animals that are used to test drugs prior to being used in humans. Since they are more biologically similar to humans, more accurate results can be obtained from them.
Different types of animal testing. The Gray's eye test is the most infamous of all animal tests. This test was created in 1944 to measure ocular irritation. They are probably killed once the studies are over, and these animals may have redness, bleeding, nuclears, and possibly blindness. To assess the risks associated with oral, dermal, or inhaling exposure to a chemical, acute toxicity testing is utilized. Animals subjected to these experiments may experience severe pain, convulsions, loss of motor function, and/or uncontrollable seizures. After the test, animals are put to death so they can be examined. The most popular animals utilized in acute toxicity testings are rats and mice. Tests for skin irritation determine whether a material has potential to harm the skin by causing itching, swelling, inflammation. The test is most frequently conducted on rabbits and entails applying a chemical to the patch of skin that has been freshly saved while utilizing a control patch of skin. A chemical or combination of substances that causes cancer to raises the incidence of cancer is referred to a carcinogen. In this test, mice or rats are given a chemical, either orally, topically, or through extended inhalation. The animals are slaughtered after the research is finished, and the tissues and organs are checked in the signs of cancer. Institutions that use animal experiments are cosmetics. In the United States, it is not required by law to test makeup, hair care products, moisturizers, etc. on animals. Cosmetic companies decide whether to test their products on animals. Most use animals to test for their safety use in humans. Some of the well-known cosmetic companies that test on animals are MAC, Maybelline, NARS, L'Oreal, and Dove. Colleges and universities. Almost all research universities in the United States use animals for medical and pharmaceutical testing. They are used for subject areas such as veterinary medicine and psychology. Students studying biology, medicine, and allied subjects are also taught using animals to test drug effects. Chemical, pesticides, and drug companies also use animals in their experiments.
The importance of animal testing. Animal studies are essential for research that seeks to understand complex questions of disease progression, genetics, lifetime risk, or other biological mechanisms of a whole living system that would be unethical and morally unacceptable, such as humans. Approximately 95% of all warm-blooded laboratory animals are rodents, such as mice. Contributions made by these animals and other species help researchers answer questions of biological uncertainty and are necessary and critical to the advancement of both human and animal health.
History and background. In the United States, an estimated 26 million animals are used annually for testing purposes, both scientific and industrial. Since the beginning of medicine, scientists have used animals as study models. This has resulted in the development of several medical treatments and cures. Animals are used for a variety of biological, commercial, and healthcare purposes, including the development of medical therapies, testing the toxicity of pharmaceuticals, determining the safety of products intended for human use, and more. In order to test surgical treatments on animals before using them on human patients, an Arab doctor in the 12th century Moorish Spain invented animal testing, as he performed experimental surgeries on animals prior to performing the operation on humans. Animal rights and protection organizations have harshly criticized the use of animals in biomedical research. Animals were initially used in scientific experiments around 500 BC in ancient Greece.
Ethical aspects. In the United States, animal testing is regulated by the Federal Animal Welfare Act, which was passed in 1966, and it regulates the housing and transportation of animals used for research. Animal Welfare Act defines the term animal as any live or dead dog, cat, monkey, guinea pig, hamster, rabbit, or such other warm-blooded animal. Animal Welfare Act excludes birds, rats, and mice for research, cold-blooded animals, and farm animals used for food and other purposes. As a response to the opposing side of animal testing, Claude Bernard argued that experimenting on animals was ethical due to the immense benefits to medicine in helping save human lives. The principle of the 3 R's were added into the Animal Welfare Act for using animals humanely in research. Replacing the use of animals with alternative research methods. Reduction, minimizing the use of animals whenever possible. Refinement, reducing suffering and improving the animals' living conditions.
Cultural and sociological importance. By definition, animal testing has a significant negative impact on lives of animals as sentient beings. While most of the time researchers make an effort to lessen the suffering that lab animals go through, misery is nevertheless a necessary part of animal-based research and testing. Animals can hope to be used in scientific research to create surgical techniques, vaccines, antibiotics, and other drugs. Animals and humans share a lot of biological similarities. In fact, mice and humans share more than 98% of our DNA. Judeo-Christian Judaism teaches that it is okay to kill or harm animals if necessary, to fulfill an essential human need, and believe that animals should be treated humanely. Many traditional Christians believe that God put animals on earth to be used by humans for food, entertainment, companionship, and clothes. It is also believed that animals should be treated with kindness. Scientists' knowledge of human biology and health significantly increased thanks to the use of animals in the lab. Animal models assist in ensuring the efficiency and security of novel medicines. Alternative research methodologies are less trustworthy and do not accurately imitate persons or entire body systems.
Current events. The majority of toxicology testing on animals is done to analyze the potential risks associated with each product or chemical. Numerous toxicity tests are necessary. Depending on the regulatory body and the type of product and the intended use or potential exposure, different testing may be required. Each test is based on an endpoint related to human health that will be assessed in the animal model. Eye irritation, skin sensitization, etc. are a few examples of human health endpoints assessed in many types of toxicity studies. Drugs under development no longer need to be tested on animals before being administered to volunteers in human trials thanks to a new U.S. law called the FDA Modernization 2.0. Animal testing is still a thing in the cosmetic sector in 2023. Knowledge of material. Over 115 million animals are reportedly employed in experimental research annually across the globe. However, a specific number is unknown because only a small percentage of nations gather and publish statistics regarding the use of animals in testing and research. These animals' lives are not included in official statistics despite the fact that they nonetheless experience the strains and privations of living in the sterile laboratory setting. So all animals raised and used or killed for the research business should be included in official statistics. All surgeries, even those to be mild, have the potential to inflict animals pain and suffering on both physical and emotional level. The operations frequently lead to a lot of pain. Most animals are killed at the conclusion of an experiment, although some are used again.
For animal testing, the main benefit of animal testing is that it helps scientists discover new drugs, therapies, and that will advance both medicine and health. The scientific community of a large portion of the public supports of the use of animal experiments because it is thought to be essential for enhancing human health. Other significant points to be made out is that animal testing contributes to the safety of many pharmaceuticals and other substances that people use daily or are exposed to. Animals have a short life cycle, which makes them extremely easy to study. Animal researchers can control the environment of the animal and see how other factors can be affected and affect the health of the animal.
Formed opinion. Overall, animal testing can lead to many beneficial discoveries for both humans and animals, and that is because some diseases can affect both humans and animals and can be transmitted from one to another. Animal testing has led to development of vaccines, treatments, cures to save both the lives of humans and animals. So testing and research helps humanity learn about how certain viruses, diseases, and bacteria work. It also helps to make sure that drugs and household products and pesticides are safe, reliable, and effective. And then here is our works cited.